What's happening, family? Dr. Joe here. Hope each of you are well and blessed. Talking about something that is a horrible, horrible thing that has taken the lives of so many people. And everyone who's watching this has either battled with this yourself or you know someone who has battled with it. And in many instances, you've known someone who unfortunately lost their life. But it's important that we talk about this. We're talking about cancer. And the first thing that we have to understand about cancer is a systemic issue, meaning that wherever it manifests in your body, it doesn't necessarily mean that something is wrong with that part of your body, be it your breast or be it your pancreas or your liver or your prostate, but it is the manifestation of a systemic problem and issue. It's almost like when you see the tip of the iceberg, that's not that's not the issue. That's just a small piece of how it's manifesting. But if you investigate that iceberg, you'll see how far down it spans and how wide it spans as well. Cancer is the same thing. So this particular presentation is to give you hopefully guidance, something that will help you in the event that you find yourself struggling from this disease or struggling from this issue. What you have to understand is none of us are immune to this. People can be perfectly healthy and still suffer from cancer. However, the vast majority of people who have it are individuals whose lifestyles have been negatively compromised in some form or fashion, that perhaps had that been adjusted or changed, that it could have potentially avoided that particular status. The key to cancer is understanding that if you are diagnosed with cancer, you have to ask yourself the question, how am I living my life? Or what things about my lifestyle can I change right now in order to be the antithesis of where I am? Because it's the combination of lifestyle and the lack thereof in certain areas that leads to systemic issues in the body. Cancer, by and large, heavily revolves around the strength of the immune system. This is one of the reasons why in Western treatments, you're starting to hear immunotherapy, or basically therapy that provides support to the immune system. The problem with that is you cannot healthily bolster a person's immune system with chemicals or injections. It has to be done naturally. So the question is, if you are diagnosed with cancer, the first thing that you have to ask yourself is, are you overweight? In most instances, you are. And the people who get cancer are, especially the most common ones. So the first thing that you have to understand is body fat suppresses the immune system. The bigger you are, the more body fat you have on your body, the less impactful your immune system is. Your immune system is what keeps cancer in check. Healthy people may have cancer cells, but a healthy immune system helps to keep it in check. If I have a lot of fat on my body and my immune system is suppressed, then it means that my natural defense mechanism cannot do what it needs to be done, what needs to happen. How many of you know of individuals who have cancer who are overweight? I guarantee you the vast majority of you know that the vast majority of people that have gotten cancer are individuals who are obese, who have an exorbitant amount of body fat or an amount of body fat that could be lessened. So that's the first thing that needs to happen. You need to understand, hey, I have to change my life in a way to where I reduce the body fat that's on me in order that I can have healthier immune function. This is also one of the major reasons why most individuals who were hospitalized or who died from COVID-19 are individuals who were obese, according to many studies, as much as 80+%. All right. The second thing that strengthens the immune system is movement. Once again, you hear this continual subject matter. You cannot be sedentary and expect to have a robust immune system. The more we move, the more white blood cells, the more various soldiers within our immune system are not only created, but mobilized. So the more you are doing things each and every day, movement, the more you're increasing your heart rate, the more you are active. All right. In addition to lowering body fat, what you're doing is you are helping to not only help your immune system, but the immune system becomes mobile. This is one of the major reasons why individuals who exercise with consistency have less occurrences of colds, flu, getting sick, etc., because your immune system is functioning with more efficacy. That is important. Lastly, you have to limit and avoid inflammatory foods. Inflammatory foods, which is 95% of market foods that we're eating. When you go to the grocery store, 95% of the foods that are in any grocery store are inflammatory. They're in packages, they are high amounts of sugar, highly processed, bleached flours, breads, cookies, cakes, pies, dairy that is loaded with antibiotics, poultry that is unethically raised, pumped full of medicines that make them so big that they can't even carry around their body weight, the industrialization of meat, of eggs, of produce, virtually every form of what we eat in grocery stores are highly inflammatory. The key is this: when you go to the grocery store, you've heard this before, you have to eat things that die quickly. If something cannot die, it never lived. The things that die in a grocery store are the things that are refrigerated, mostly things that are on the edges. You're better off buying things that are on the edges. What's on the edges? The meats, the produce, the fruits, the vegetables, all right, the dairy, etc., things of that nature. Everything that's in the aisles is trash. It's garbage. All the cereals, the cookies, the breads, the pastas, the noodles, those are market weaponized foods that are killing us. Now, when you take this trifecta, less fat, more movement, reducing inflammatory foods, this is what your focus needs to be, instead of just focusing in on, hey, what is my treatment going to be? This is what happens. People get cancer. They go to the doctor. They inject them with chemotherapy, radiation, or whatever other forms of treatment. The cancer goes away and it comes back. Why? Because it's a systemic issue. If you get cancer, you cannot expect to live a long, healthy life or fight cancer if your life does not majorly change from these elements. Being leaner, all right, moving more, and changing your diet. You have to. All right. If you got cancer and you're still smoking, if you got cancer and you're still obese, if you got cancer, all you're doing is buying yourself time and purging your pockets until your impending doom. Who wants to do that? We're trying to live and not die. We got purposes to meet. We have children to raise. We have spouses to be here for. We have a destiny. And who has time for that? I'm not saying that these things make us completely invincible to cancer, but it greatly reduces, per science, the likelihood of cancer if you listen to these things. Hope you're well and blessed. Hope this helps. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.